Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Beyond Sports Podcast, where we BS about sports. Let's get into it, boys. Veterans Day has come and gone, and Brett Favre loves his veterans and loves to be a big piece of shit.
He loves his veterans almost as much as he loves ripping off welfare.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck, dude. Like,
this guy, man.
Yeah. At this time, he worked with companies that pretty much lied about their effectiveness for drug companies and lied about their connections to the NFL doctors and stuff like that. They were founded on $2.1 million in welfare money that was siphoned. I'm pretty sure Brett Favre made quite a bit of money in his playing days. Like, he could have funded these endeavors without stealing it from Mississippi's welfare system. You know, like one of the poorest states. Right?
Well, he told Fox News that, you know, that none of this about him is true and that he's being smeared in the media. So fake news.
Brett Favre, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
We saw the signs of it when you were still playing in the NFL, whenever you were sending unsolicited dick pics.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah. Like, you would think that this motherfucker would have learned from that instance, not that what you say on a cell phone is not protected. But then he was like, I'm going to go ahead and text motherfuckers about this welfare corruption that I'm doing. Like, they'll never catch me. There's never been a time when I've been caught through text message.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost unfair that Brett Favre got caught on technology, because there's no way that dude understands how that works. I mean, it's as gross as when we heard about it earlier this year.
Yeah.
I know it's a new instance, but
it just gets worse, really.
Yeah, and it just feeds back into the same problem I've always had, and it's so dangerous to be a fan of anybody, but it's so dangerous to be a fan.
Yeah.
Just be careful with your fandom, boys. Like,
oh, you know what? I forgot to mention at the top of the show. As you notice, we have no Sam.
No Sam.
Sam has strep, so he will be missed this week, but we will see him next week.
Yeah, the bell will return. Don't worry.
The bell will return. The belldozer,
and the bell is missed.
I mean, it's good to find out just how committed Sam is or isn't. You know,
absolutely. You know, I mean,
I'm sick, and here I am. So
yeah.
Strep. I might have the flu. I don't have strep, but
for the love of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Listen,
anyway.
I can tell you his input on the Chiefs game. He was on edge.
He was on edge the whole time.
Always.
To the last second.
Especially right before half, that killed me.
I have to mute the text thread and check it at my own discretion, because Sam is
he gets so negative. He did
the anxiety in that dude about the Chiefs, man.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Bro, it's a regular season. We can afford to lose a couple of games, especially
right now
in the
West.
Right
now we got first place back.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe if we go 2 games up in the AFC, I'll chill. I'll be like, okay, we can drop the game to the Chargers or something. But
we play up. We're done with the Chargers after this week, right? Week 11.
Is that the next game?
Yeah, Sunday Night Football. We got flexed into it.
Nice.
Sunday night comes after Saturday, and the Indianapolis Colts fired Frank Reich.
That's very true. Jeff Saturday named the interim head coach.
Never.
That's one of the wildest fucking things I've ever seen.
Dude.
I love Jeff Saturday. That's like I love that Colts team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, watching on McAfee him talk about it, he was like, Saturday was like that dude, like he's the one who ran a lot of that offense. Even with Peyton there, Saturday had the loudest voice in the room.
Yeah, I mean, I don't question, how when they talk about the commitment that you have to put in to be a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 100% right. I mean, that's a 24/7. Like, you don't have any friends or family. Well, you have family, but all of your friends are in the fucking football facility. So, but the thing that we've never really tested is, I mean, how experienced do you have to be successful? And can you make your lack of experience a positive?
Yeah.
And at least today, it looks like Jeff Saturday was able to do that.
I mean, it was just. But anyway, yeah. So that was a big story. Saturday got his first win today, so but we'll get to that.
So happy for Jeff
later in the
Saturday.
show. So
Love that guy.
It was
yeah.
awesome.
So speaking of football, let's get into it. Let's start with the Falcons Panthers game. Panthers beating the Falcons 25-15.
More scoring than I expected.
I forgot about that game as well.
That's way more scoring than I expected to see out of that game. But outside of a handful of plays, I didn't put my heart into that one.
Marcus Mariota does not belong near anyone's facilities.
But those Thursday night games are traps.
Yeah, that's true.
They make the best of teams look like shit. So maybe the Falcons come out this week and put forth a better performance, but not a.
I really wish they'd move those games to Fridays.
Fridays, Saturday, something else.
Fuck high school football.
Yeah. Thursdays just aren't it, man.
No.
Not enough time to heal their bodies, and
nobody looks good in these games.
Yeah, we're not getting a good product. It's annoying.
Yeah. Let's shoot on over to Germany, where the Seahawks lost to the Bucks today 16-21.
If the NFL is going to expand to Europe, I want it in Germany first.
Yeah.
They proved that they deserve it.
They had a good crowd.
Holy shit.
So they were running around on the field after the game for like an hour.
Dude, the country roads.
That was sick. Yeah. That was a fun experience, dude. I didn't catch the whole thing, but
dude, they're singing and chanting through the whole thing. It was a straight up soccer atmosphere at an NFL game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
they definitely.
It's everything that NFL crowds need.
But
Brady looks like he's headed back to the old Brady.
And I think because last week we saw that 2-minute drive to win that game, to come back and win the game, and that was very Brady-esque, So I think that was what gets him back going, and I think they're going to rip off a couple wins in a row here, put that division away, because they're probably realistically 2 wins away from winning that division.
Yeah.
So, and
really nobody else seems to want it.
Gino looked pretty good as well.
Yeah. Gino did not have a bad day. It's just they had a slow start.
Brady fell over like an old man on getting as a receiver, which was pretty funny to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to parrot what Nick Wright said, but everything he said this week about Tom Brady was true. Number one, the divorce is over now. It's off his mind.
Yeah.
And he's 100% back on football, and it looks like it.
Yeah.
Number two, the other thing he said was be emotionally prepared for Tom Brady to go to path to the NFC title game to be Daniel Jones and Kirk Cousins. And he's going to win those fucking games. And that dog shit goddamn team is going to be in the NFC title game against the unproven Philadelphia Eagles. I don't love the sound of that.
Yeah.
Eagles will beat them.
Eagles have beaten Tom Brady before.
Oh, I know.
And Jalen and this team is better than the one they've played last year in the playoffs.
Yeah. Speaking of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs defeat the Jags 27-17. Puts us in first of the AFC.
First place.
Mahomes went 26-35, 331, 4 TDs, and 1 interception. Lawrence was 29-40, 259, 2 TDs.
There's another one I felt like we should have put away a little sooner.
Yeah, the Jags are always one of those fucking teams, man. Like
This won't go away.
we just historically are not good against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's true.
I think we have one win in our and since they've been a franchise against them, and that was when they had Blake Bortles a couple years ago.
Andy Reid has more wins than that whole the whole lifespan of that team, though, which is crazy.
Jacksonville won the turnover battle 3-0. Damn. They got the
Yeah.
surprise onside kick against us, and then didn't go for it on 4th down in our territory. I didn't understand
Twice.
Yeah, twice.
But I mean, specifically on that drive.
It was a weird.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me. Like
them.
you started the game off with an onside kick, and then you didn't go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, you went as aggressive as you could
until 4th down.
Yeah,
you're like, you know what? That was as aggressive as we need to be.
Which it was a very weird pass of Doug Peterson that I'm not used to have seeing.
Yeah,
from his time with the Eagles, where he was not passive; he was aggressive. So,
but our defense looked pretty good most of that.
Really
game.
good.
Yeah, we had pressure all day. Trent McDuffie is for real.
Trent McDuffie looked good. Finally gave up his first catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, last week we didn't even hear his name once.
This is going to go down, I think, as like one of the all-time corner classes.
Good corner class, yeah.
Yeah, like, there are a lot of good corners drafted this year.
Yeah, I mean, Costingley's been good for the Texans.
Sauce.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner. That dude.
Sauce has been saucy.
Yeah. Kyer Elam for the Bills has been pretty good.
Yeah, he's had his good moments. I mean,
he was drafted right after. Like, he's the guy that was drafted instead of McDuffie because the Bills wanted McDuffie.
Yeah. And I think the Chiefs got 3 good players at that position in this draft. With Williams and Watson as well.
Yeah, we kind of killed it.
It's a really, and then you got Justin's the secondary because you also got Hamilton for Baltimore, who's had a good year. We got Cook.
No, Kyle Hamilton's a safety, but yeah,
that's what I said. I got keeping with the backfield. It was just a good defensive back draft.
Yeah. But the O-line was huge today.
Yeah.
Like, it was just nothing but clean pockets all day.
Yeah, I mean, the Jaguars.
That's exactly what you want to see.
I had overheard, I think I heard them say Bob Sutton's on the Jaguars defensive staff.
So is that just, Jesus Christ, is that just a bunch of
old Chiefs
staff over there?
Yeah, like I said, I think Frank Reich's going to be their offensive coordinator next year.
Maybe next week.
Their offense had some punch to it. The Jaguars. I mean, I was shocked. I thought they had a couple of receivers, Zay Jones, Marvin Jones, and Christian Kirk. They all found ways to get
open.
All
the danger kind of came in late.
What's that?
It felt like all the danger kind of came in late.
The absolutely.
Took their foot off the gas.
Yeah, they started very slow, but I feel like they made some plays. I mean, it wasn't like another impressive.
The difference was Spagnuolo stopped blitzing.
Well, another important thing to think about is this Jacksonville team has had a lead in every single game this season until today.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
This is the first game that they never led. They're 3-6, so I mean they're a team that's competed in every game. They haven't gotten blown out. So us beating them,
they're just young and don't know how to win yet.
Exactly. I mean, Trevor Lawrence had a pretty good day. I mean, he didn't. It was not an outrageous day, but I mean, it's not a day where you'd say this guy's a bust.
No. I mean, he had some bad balls and stuff. Maybe wouldn't want him to miss that bad, but
yeah, you would want to see him take the check down a little more often.
Because he was missing a lot of like mid range.
No, he missed a lot. Like on a lot of those
guys,
on a lot of blitzes, he just seemed to throw the ball deep instead of like when he had a check down right there, he could have just completed the ball too for a big game.
Yeah, Tony Romo pointed one out too. Like
he's probably hearing the footsteps though because he had Chris Jones in his face all day.
Oh yeah, I mean that D line was not fucking around today.
Stat about Chris Jones too is pretty awesome too, that he has the highest success rate in breaking out of his block.
That's insane.
And that's above Aaron Donald.
He's a big motherfucker. I mean,
yeah. It's insane. Let's talk real quick. Juju got hurt. We also lost Lamons, and it looks like Wiley went out at some point with a concussion. I didn't even notice
I
that.
didn't notice that either.
His doesn't say he's in the protocol, though. It just says Lamons and Juju are both in concussion protocol.
It's just the thing that really bothered me with the Juju hit was we thought that the questionable hits were going to be in the favor of safety.
Right.
Like, that's kind of how they.
And that dude snatched that penalty marker up so fast.
Yeah, Cisco just launched himself. Textbook, that was a defenseless receiver. It was up around the high shoulder to the neck and head. So, I mean, it's like that's.
I mean, yeah, he had literally just turned his head and then boom.
Yeah, I mean, he went down. He's in that fencing posture again. So
I hate to see it.
no, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're not going to protect players like that, that's how refereeing crews end up in Cleveland 8 times a year.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it just sucks. I mean, like you see these things happen, and then there's not even an because later in the next drive, Cisco blew up MVS again.
Yeah.
On another
That
questionable
one
hit.
he left his feet to do it.
He launched himself at him, like
Yeah.
because he's like, oh, the last one was worse.
Yeah.
Get
So you're
penalized.
just giving him permission to do it, basically,
Yeah.
by not keeping that flag.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was under the impression that those leaving your feet missile hits, no matter where you hit them, were not allowed.
yeah, because they just cause the whiplash that we
Leave your
saw.
feet for it, like that's it. That's a flag.
No,
Yeah, no, that dude should have been tossed 2 different times today.
Yeah.
yeah,
Speaking of Chiefs getting first place, we do it because the Vikings defeat the Bills in overtime tonight. Or
and he
today.
came back to do
33-30.
it too.
Yeah.
They were down big, and it like I was laughing at him. I was like, this team is not for real.
Yeah, we were talking mad shit.
Mad shit. Like they were down. It was like what
Game was
27-10, and we were like, dude, this team is fucking trash. About to enter the fourth quarter.
And then Josh Allen turns the ball over 3 times in the fourth quarter. Why
Dude,
are you throwing up 10? Like in the red zone, why are you throwing?
Yeah, with a quarterback who's not practiced all week, really, because of an injured elbow, you threw the ball, 46 times?
Doesn't it feel like Josh Allen has just always got to prove it?
Yeah.
It does seem that way.
like you
Everyone's like, oh, he puts
It feels like there's some
110%
ego
into
there.
everything he does. Well, it's like, yeah, but that's how you get injured.
Yeah. It was like you were saying earlier, and I thought it earlier too while watching the game. It's like, it's very Phillip Rivers-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything that happened today looked like a Phillip Rivers special.
It did. Like, I was like, I am so
A
familiar
bunch
with
of
all
yards and stats, and then you piss down your leg at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fumble in the end zone.
Yeah, dude. And Von Miller, dude, like Von Miller was
fumbled the
huge
snap.
in that end. God, dude, I couldn't
Fucking
believe it.
Jimmy.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I really like looking. I don't think he should have been playing today. The arm didn't look right.
No.
I mean, your backup's Case Keenum. I mean, I'd probably take Josh Allen at 50% over Case Keenum. But yeah, it's just wild shit. It's a a pick in the red zone, then you fumble in the end zone,
In your own end zone for a touchdown.
your own end zone, and then another red zone pick to end the game.
Yeah.
So Josh Allen currently has the most interceptions in the league.
In the last 2 weeks, he has 4 red zone turnovers. I think he had
Jeez.
0.
That was before today.
Damn.
No, that was yeah. You know, it's almost like when they beat the Chiefs, that was their peak.
Yeah,
Because the Chiefs,
that was their Super
It
Bowl.
was their Super Bowl, yeah.
the Chiefs are every other team's biggest win.
Yeah, and if it feels like, oh, they
Yeah, we
exhale
did it. We
with
finally
relief.
got over that hump, and now we're on a 2-game losing streak.
Yep.
And they're not good losses, really.
I mean,
No, when you're up that
you
big,
lost to a 7-1 team.
This one's not bad, but you blew a massive lead against them in the fourth quarter.
You did
You
blow a massive
lost that in
lead.
an ugly fashion.
yeah,
Last
that's
week,
the thing.
Justin Jefferson had to have a miracle game.
dude, that catch by
Jesus
Jefferson,
Christ.
that catch by Jefferson was one of the greatest catches I've ever seen.
It wasn't just him, it wasn't just the high point of it.
Yeah.
When he brings it down here, you could see the slow-mo, you could see the arm strength he had to use to keep that from hitting the ground.
Dude.
Because the other dude's got his arm pressing towards the ground as he's falling, insane.
Insane. I was like, obviously because of the full extension, the immediate comparison I thought was the Odell Beckham against the Cowboys catch.
Is Jefferson the best in the league?
I mean, he's
up there.
definitely up there. I wouldn't say it's hard. He's doing this with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I mean, because
look at
Tyreek's
Reek though. He's doing it with Tua.
Reek's having a monster of a year.
And Reek also is putting that up while alongside another guy who's putting up almost close to that same number.
I think that boy down in Arizona is
part of the reason why Tyreek can do all that.
That's true.
But I will say, I think DeAndre Hopkins is the one that I would put up against him because,
yeah,
Hop's always in that top. Wide receiver.
Hop was suspended 6 games and he comes in and he's dropping hundreds every week.
Yeah.
This motherfucker did not look. He's like,
doesn't even matter who's a quarterback.
Yeah, dude. The dude's been making bad quarterbacks throw for over 3,000 yards since he got in the league.
Yeah.
With the Texans, he always had dog shit until Deshaun Watson.
Right.
And then they traded him.
Yeah.
To the Cards. So. But no, Justin Jefferson,
Jay Jettis.
Absolutely insane day. Great receiver. Should have been an Eagle.
Oh, that's got to burn so bad.
So bad.
All right, let's go on to Lions, Bears. Bears losing to the Lions 31-30. Almost got that backwards.
Yeah. We would have forgiven you if you had gotten that, if you would have flipped those around because we're not used to saying the Lions win, especially a week after we said the Lions win.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're on a winning streak.
Well, you need 3 for a streak.
The Lions are on a bar. They're on their own bar.
They cover this in Major League. That's back-to-back wins. We do that 3 times. That's a winning streak.
Yeah. But this is the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, okay. We'll give it to them.
Yeah. Because they're not going to win 3 in a row, probably. I don't remember.
I don't remember who they play next
week. They could be playing the Raiders next week. You never know.
They play the Giants.
Oh, so yeah.
I have not locked in that pick yet, Tim. I have not locked that pick.
Again, I feel bad for Justin Fields. It's 2 weeks in a row. He's looked like a goddamn god on the field and has to lose.
Dude, Justin Fields has been playing really good football, and I think that this is huge for him because up until that New England game, I thought Justin Fields was terrible.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking bust.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think since that game, that Patriots game, I think that he has looked like they have to build around this dude. You have to get him a better offensive line, get him a little more receiver help. I like the Claypool pickup, but get one more guy in there because Mooney's a nice slot type player, but he's not a number 1 type dude. But I like that they have picks to build around him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like they're going to end up with a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the future looks bright for him.
Yeah, and the good thing is with a defensive-minded coach, your hope is that he can elevate some of that talent to be better than what they are to play as a. So your hope is that by sacrificing, a Robert Quinn and a Roquan Smith, that you can have that unit just gel by next year without having those high-end players.
Yeah, you see how exciting it is to have an offense, guys?
Yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
if you think you've got that dude, you got to go all in.
Yeah.
And I think that this sample size, they should be very excited.
Yeah, so let's move to Broncos losing to the Titans 10-17. Broncos are trash.
Yeah, that game was trash.
Yeah, it was.
Hang on. This was the great game.
I mean, it was great because the
If
Broncos lost.
you're not a Broncos fan or a fan of watching
but it
exciting
was
football.
just it
Great
was
game.
not exciting.
Titans country, let's ride.
That tweet I sent you guys of Russ throwing.
Oh my god, dude. It's
Oh,
just
shit, I missed it. I missed that.
I think you replied to it, or maybe that was Sam. I'm thinking.
I don't
of.
think it was Sam.
But
I
it
mean,
was the
yeah.
baseball one where the player goes to
fucking
throw to
short
first and he
second.
hits the ump in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like,
Oh.
okay, game's on the line. Your highly paid quarterback drops back to pass, and he either misses a wide open dude, throws an interception, or takes a sack. That's been the Broncos a year.
Yep.
Like there's been no in between. There's been no like we saw with Brady last week and we saw with Rodgers today. We haven't seen that and even Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan played well today. Russ has had opportunities to do that this year, to be like, I'm that fucking dude. Like I can lead this team in this moment. I can lead a 2-minute drive, but no, he has not done it once. And he's had how many opportunities, Sneaky? 4?
Enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take away the Seahawks game because Hackett stole that chance from him. But I mean,
Yeah, I mean, the Broncos haven't. If you're taking away the fact that it's the goddamn Denver Broncos, the Broncos haven't really faced anybody that wasn't a winnable game,
yeah,
and they've just looked like amateurs, amateurs,
there is
absolute
Definitely.
amateurs. It's from top to bottom bad football,
and it gets even worse because
except the defense.
yeah, it gets even worse for their offense because Jerry Jeudy, I think, got carted off today.
Yeah,
Carted back to the locker
you
room.
know,
I don't know the extent of the injury. Hopefully, it's not season-ending for the guy. You hope for the best for him, but yeah, I mean, there's
a bottomless pit of despair for Denver Broncos fans.
Tomorrow it wouldn't shock me to see the words Nathaniel Hackett has been fired. Breaking news.
Somebody in the AFC West is getting fired.
And is it more likely to be him or Josh McDaniels? I mean, that's the legit.
Hackett. Imagine McDaniels goes before Hackett.
I know it's tough to decide. Like,
Yeesh.
they play each other.
I feel like
that'd be hilarious.
Dude, they play
Hackett
each other
should
next
go
week.
first because he's not as big as a name as McDaniels, but either one, if I see pops up tomorrow's fired, I wouldn't be surprised.
And it honestly,
I feel like Hackett or McDaniels gets enough respect that they let him finish the season no matter how bad it goes.
it might just
as long as he's not spitting on players or kicking his kicker or
yeah. It might just come down to a situation where whoever wins next week's game gets to keep their job, and the other one's going to be relieved of their duties.
Are they playing each other?
Broncos and Raiders at Broncos.
Oh yes, that is going to be a black hole of suck.
So I mean,
oh yeah, that's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, that's going to be a delicious game to not watch.
Man, are we picking that?
Yes.
Yes,
That
sir.
is on the list.
I don't know who I'm going to pick.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Let's go on to Browns Dolphins. Dolphins winning 39-17 pretty easily there. I didn't catch much of anything from this game, so
I mean, it was one of those
they
weird.
Just kind of quietly put their points up. The Dolphins did.
Yeah.
Nothing spectacular about it.
It's because it wasn't the guys that you're used to it being either. I mean, it wasn't a lot of
That's
Waddle,
true. Yeah,
Tyreek. It was
Wilson
Sheffield.
and Sheffield. Yeah.
So I mean, it's cool in that extent that it's different people doing it. So, but yeah, I mean, shit. Browns are just counting down the days.
Yeah.
And that's Dolphins first in the AFC East now, I believe.
Yeah. Due to the Jets being on bye.
The Bills are in third.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Sorry.
Funny.
They
Anyway.
haven't won in a
And the
division.
Pats are right on their heels.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a tough division, man.
Yep. That is a tough division. How about Texans losing to the Giants 24-16? I didn't see much of this one either.
Yeah, I mean, Red Zone was allergic to this game.
Yeah.
They were.
They were like, you can see one play from this fucking game, but we're not going back.
Yeah.
It looked like a standard Giants victory.
Yeah. They led pretty much, it seemed like, the whole time.
Saquon runs wild. Daniel Jones doesn't fuck it up.
Yep.
Defense.
Daniel Jones,
Ball.
I think, did have one really good throw for a touchdown. I think
Okay.
that was
Dayball. It's
Wasn't
just
enough.
Dayball doing just enough to put away a bad team. So
you got to beat the team that's in front of you, and they do that. So
yep. They go week to week, it seems like. So
we can move on to another game that we didn't get to see a lot out of.
now Steelers beating the Saints 20-10. Yeah, I didn't see a lick of this one either.
After the Saints came back to make it 10-10, it was all Steelers from there, but
I honestly didn't
just know
realize
Andy
either of those teams played this week. So
seemed like Andy Dalton had a classic Andy Dalton meltdown.
All right.
all right, let's talk this one pretty quick. Colts beating the Raiders 25-20. We love it.
Congrats to Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit, but yeah, he won his coaching debut.
Yep.
I kind of wanted to bring up I was going to bring it up when we kind of mentioned the McDaniels thing, but Nick Wright posted, the Raiders went from having a receiver go to prison, their coach was fired, and they signed Devontae Adams. And last season they went to the playoffs, then they signed Devontae Adams, and now they're terrible with with McDaniels.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely should have kept, what was it, Biscottia?
Yeah, like they were doing
a wild timeline for the Raiders.
I mean, you upgraded your wide receiver position. I mean,
arguably the best wide receiver in the league
Yeah.
at the time that you bought him.
Yeah.
Dominant force at receiver. He's still a hell of a player. He had a solid day to day. It's just they make the Raider mistakes.
And then Carr, pretty emotional post game interview. I don't know if either of you guys saw that.
I didn't watch it.
I couldn't even watch it. Like, it was just like awkward. He's just like crying, and I'm like, did the Raiders team just die?
That's those Jesus guys, man. They're all creepy.
He's like can barely get words out.
Yeah, like it's all of them. Like all of them. Not the right place for it.
No. Like, I don't know if you guys can sit through it, you might enjoy the video, but like for some reason, people crying like for non-crying reasons just makes me feel awkward, and I can't watch
get
them.
it. Losing to the Colts almost made Sam cry.
That's true.
When the Chiefs did it, So I mean, I get why.
So today we had, how do I want to put this? We had a legend return to life. Vince Lombardi coming out from the grave, entering the stadium. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was Mike McCarthy wearing a trench coat, coming back to the Packers stadium, to Lambeau, to lose to the Packers 31-28. Did you guys see McCarthy?
Dude.
I did not see the outfit.
He dressed as Vince Lombardi.
Like with the glasses, like these glasses.
He didn't have the glasses.
Oh.
But he was in a tight tan trench coat. Come walking in like he owned the place.
Balls on that guy.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, I know you're trying to make some sort of statement. Although He did do something that he once used to do. He helped the Packers win a game. So
I mean, yeah, that was an exciting game.
that
Another
was
one of-
that was a real fun game to watch.
It was cool because both the noon slate and the late game slate ended with overtime matchups
Yeah.
featuring an NFC North team.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was like, that was a great game, and it's one of those games that should instill some faith into the Packers faithful.
It looked like what the Packers should look like.
Christian Watson caught a fucking football, and he did it 3 times to get
He didn't wear the
touchdowns.
glasses or the hat. Are you fucking kidding?
No, he should have.
What a nerd.
He is a nerd.
What a
But yeah.
fucking dork.
That was a huge sign for, I think, for that Packers fans should be happy about, is that your second round receiver actually caught the football today instead of, and every time he caught the ball, the fucking editing team was like, we're gonna go ahead and make sure you guys don't forget this guy drops a lot of footballs. So
Well, he had a couple drops to open the game too.
oh, he would catch a touchdown and then drop the next pass to him all day. I feel like I heard him have 3 or 4 drops in this game. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I think the big difference was Aaron Rodgers kept going back to him though.
Yeah, he finally kept being like, all right, we're just
And
gonna
holy shit, would you look at that? You can find some success, Aaron.
yeah. And I mean,
not everybody's as good as you, man, but you know.
well, it's like even on the Grassi cast, they pointed out that Amari Rodgers, he has 8 career catches, 6 fumbles.
Oh my god.
All those fumbles come on special teams. So he's like,
Yeah,
why the
it
fuck is this
was-
dude keep returning punts? He keeps getting put back there to return punts. And in that game, it seemed like a backbreaker because it was 14-14. They punt the ball to Rodgers. He fumbles it. The Cowboys go on to score 2 touchdowns to go up 28-14. That looked like it was it.
Yeah, I thought the game was over.
And then,
It
yeah, we
probably
got
should
it.
have been.
Yeah. Then we got a little bit of vintage Aaron Rodgers.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, that was bad.
And then overtime,
Yeah.
Aaron was throwing some sexy balls today.
he
man.
was.
Yeah. He had some really nice balls. That's why I was like, this is one of those games that it could have been a turning point for the Packers.
Clip that.
Obviously, time will
Just
tell.
kidding.
I
It's
could
really
be, I
nice
mean-
balls.
Some sexy balls. They were smooth.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, this NFC wild card picture is not set in stone. I mean,
No.
And
And
I
if the Packers can continue, I mean, they just played a really good Cowboys team and
yeah,
won.
that's a really good Cowboys team.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was like in overtime,
Yeah.
the Cowboys going for it on 4th instead of kicking the 52-yard. What was 52?
53, maybe?
53 somewhere
Yeah.
in that range.
Right in that range. I mean,
They said that he was making like a 56, couple of 56s before the game.
I'm not certain, but was that on the same same direction that Crosby had missed earlier on
I'm
the
not sure. It might have been, but
Yeah.
Crosby, like the last couple of years, hasn't been great.
Yeah, I mean, well, their
Well,
whole
I don't
special
really-
teams sucked.
Yeah, that's true.
They have the worst. special
I
teams.
just I don't use Crosby. Like Crosby was once a great. I wouldn't say a great kicker, but he's always been a good kicker. But like the last couple of years, like he's not my guy. That Crosby missed it. Maybe we shouldn't attempt it. But let's move to the battle of the backup quarterbacks. We had Cardinals defeating the Rams 27-17. McCoy went 26-37, 238, 1 TD, and Wolford went 24-36, 212, 1 TD, 1 interception, and we lost Cooper Kupp in that game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the game gets overshadowed by Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, like I don't
Well,
even know
like-
why I put out their stats because
No, I get it. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah,
but yeah, it's overshadowed by Kupp.
Well, checking around online, I'm seeing conflicting reports about how bad Cup is. He's definitely going to miss time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would say probably at
How old
best
is
a
Kupp
high
now?
ankle. What's that?
How old is he now?
I'm not sure.
27, I want to say. 26,
Is he another
27.
one of those late bloomer guys?
Might be. But he had a torn
Um,
ACL also.
I was curious because I saw a tweet. It might have been Nick Wright.
He's 29.
Oh, saying that his career may have just gotten ended.
I
You
don't know
hope
about
not.
all that.
I don't either.
You absolutely hope not.
And then I'm also seeing a lot of reports that people are blaming the backup quarterback.
It was a bad throw.
It was a bad throw. It put him
A
in a
high
bad
throw.
situation. Yeah.
Real high. So hope he gets well soon.
Mhm.
Hopefully it's not a career ending thing. Hopefully it's just like a high ankle sprain.
Tonight's game, Chargers, Niners. Niners winning
16.
that 22-16.
Yeah.
Herbert fucking got whacked in that one.
Oh, yeah. That dude is. That dude's made us something different. Like, he is different than you and I.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good
He
God.
got. It's another one of those plays where like just the defender launched himself at his fucking head. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he caught it right to the jaw.
yeah.
I mean,
mean, that's
it's bad enough that they made. Well, didn't they tossed him?
Yeah. I
That
want to
was
say, yeah, he
that was the
got
one he
tossed.
got tossed on.
they
Yeah.
just need to sit Herbert the rest of the season. Because like they have so many injuries. The dude's gonna get destroyed out there.
He's all they've got carrying him to being competitive. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's
yeah.
a little earlier for all that. They're only two games back in the division with a
yeah,
game
and
still to play against us.
Yeah.
so 49ers did enough to win that game. I mean,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
down, and then whenever it was kind of that hit on Herbert that kind of changed the momentum, it seemed like, of that game, because it seemed all Chargers up until that point. Herbert had been
Yeah,
playing
Justin
well.
Herbert started out on fire.
Then he came out for the rest of that series, and then they just never seemed to be able to get their footing again. I think they scored 3 points after that. It was they had 13 when he took the hit, and they finished with 16. So
Yeah.
one of those types of plays that kind of just invigorated that Niners defense and sapped any momentum that the Chargers had been building up to that point.
One more game this week, Peas Eagles versus the Commanders tomorrow night. We'll see what happens there.
Blowout win for the Eagles.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
so. I want to see us just go out there. I mean, you got a chance to add another game between us and the Cowboys in this division.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's our NFL talk for the week.
Start from there.
All right, so let's get into picks. Looks like this week, P gained 3, he's at 42. I gained 4, I'm at 36. Sam gained 5, he's at 34, and Sneaky gained 4 at 40. So P's still in the lead by 2.
It's getting closer, Sneaky.
Yeah.
Sam slowly inching his way up.
Yeah, Sam's back in this competition. I mean,
We tried telling him, he was pretty hard on himself there.
yeah.
All right, so let's get into the picks for this week. We start with the Titans Packers. Sam's taking the Titans. I'm taking Pack.
I'm taking Packers. I am all on board. That's Thursday night football. Crazy shit happens. And
I'm going Titans.
Titans, okay.
I felt you would.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Bears, Falcons.
Bears
at
at
Falcons. Looks
Okay.
like everybody's taking Bears.
Yep.
Okay.
Not touching the Falcons with a 10 football.
No.
Not with what they just put onto the fucking field.
All right, so here's our first toughie, I think. Jets, Pats.
Hey,
and it's at Pats.
We split the Packers and Titans. That was a tough one.
So Sam's gonna take the Patriots.
I'm taking the Jets.
I want to take the Jets, but I like Belichick against the Jets.
Yeah, I'm really feeling the Patriots here.
So both of you are taking the Pats?
I'm taking the Pats.
Hey, I'll gain that one that I lost back on you guys. I'll take it.
All right. Rams at Saints. Sam's taking Saints.
I'm taking Saints.
I'm taking Saints.
God, what a garbage game.
It's
Yeah.
such a garbage game.
I mean, really, in theory, like the Saints should win this game, but the Saints, there's been a few games the Saints should have won.
Andy Dalton is a fucking coin flip, dude. You
Yeah,
never
I'm
know
going
what you-
Saints.
So we all take Saints.
Cool.
Okay.
Lions at Giants. Sam's taking Giants.
This is the fucking tough one for me. I'm taking the Lions, man. I'm taking them.
Oh wow, look at you.
I'm gonna go with you, P. I kind of like that Lions pick here.
These 2 wins in a row. I mean, high scoring offense. Maybe I think they could outscore the Giants.
And no, I'm gonna rock the Giants.
It's a smarter pick, safer pick.
Yeah.
Raiders at Broncos.
Yeah.
The one you were hoping we had on the list.
Now I'm like, ugh.
Sam's taking Broncos. I'll get his pick out there. Otherwise, I'll forget.
I'm taking the Raiders. I refuse to pick the fucking Broncos, even if it's against Josh McDaniels.
I feel like every time I pick the Raiders, they lose. So I'm going Broncos this time. So maybe they'll lose.
I said,
Let's ride.
You're taking the fucking Broncos?
Let's ride.
Damn, Sneaky is just going against me. He's trying to disclose that gap.
I'm not. I'm just
fucking with you.
man, what I saw with the Raiders today was just
It's abysmal,
Here.
but what they scored more. They looked better than the fucking Broncos today.
And yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes. God.
they're both dog shit.
switch me
Raiders.
to the
Raiders.
Raiders. Oh, no.
Raiders.
The- Moving both of you to the
I'll
Raiders.
stay. I'll let him
Yep.
switch.
Okay. I talked you into this one, Sneaky. I'm sorry if
You
they
did.
lose. I get it. Okay.
Last
No.
pick, Cowboys at Vikings.
Yeesh.
Vikings.
Sam and P are taking the Vikings. I'm going to take the Cowboys here.
Vikings are hot right now.
They are, but they got to lose that streak eventually. Cowboys coming off a loss. Tough battled loss too. I don't think McCarthy's a very good coach, but
Yeah.
actually, it's not that I don't think. I know he's not a good coach.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings here.
I'll take that. Maybe I can gain a point.
All right.
So that's our picks for the week. And I think that'll do it for the pod this week.
Yeah, I think that does it. I mean, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and even though he's not here, still hit that Sam Bell.
Sam Bell, the Belldozer.
Sam Bell.
Yeah, that was a fun week of football.
God, dude, that was such a good one.
It felt more like normal football.
That felt that. It feels like
I feel upset that they